What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my weekly review for this week's episode of the Walking Dead Telltale Game Series reviews. Every week we're going to review an episode of the Telltale Game Series. I've decided they're going to be on Tuesdays now, by the way, but this one is going to be on The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2, A House Divided. Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another video for the Walking Dead Telltale Game Series. Of course, this one's going to be doing my weekly review now. I guess we're starting to do kind of some weekly reviews for the Walking Dead Telltale Game Series. This is for Season 2, Episode 2, which is called A House Divided. So, really awesome episode. I really enjoyed this episode a lot. Now, there were a lot of things that kind of happened, so I'm definitely going to try to kind of talk about the episode as best as I can without trying to leave anything out, because there were a lot of things that happened in this episode, and, which one do I like better, this episode or the premiere? I probably have to say well, I don't know, that's tough. I'm not going to decide on that quite yet, but I did truly love this episode and the premiere. So A House Divided. So this episode basically focuses on the group that we met last episode, Clementine's group. Of course, Luke and, all the others, of course. Now, in this episode, there are a lot of things that go down, but specifically, I want to mention, probably my favorite part of the episode right off the bat, and I have to mention it because it's just absolutely shocking and awesome, is Kenny's return. So, I love this. I think this is absolutely amazing, and it's a really nice surprise to see him just kind of show up like that. And I really enjoyed it. I really did. So, so in terms of Kenny's return, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great kind of return scene. But, let's talk about the episode as best as we can and try to kind of try not to leave, too much out. So, of course, we get, now, Clementine goes with Pete in this one for me, of course, he, basically goes out, saving, Clementine, and we get to see, basically, her, hold things down back at the house, and everybody's out there as well looking for Nick, right? So, you have Carver who knocks on the door, you have Sarah, of course, who's hiding, Clementine lets Carver in, and, right off the bat, you can kind of just tell that he's looking for something, pretty much throughout the whole episode, he's looking for Rebecca, basically. And we find out later on, I'm pretty sure we find out, maybe I read it wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said that the child that Rebecca is going to give birth to, that she's pregnant with, is Carver's. So that's really interesting. That's a really interesting development. So, basically, he searches the house, very intense scene, not knowing whether or not he's going to find Sarah or find out any kind of information. And you have Carver who's talking with Clementine, pretty awkward scene between the two, and he basically, decides to leave, and of course they come back, the others with Nick, and they ask about this Carver dude, what was he wearing, that type of deal, just to know what he looked like. And of course, we get to see them go on the road, basically try to get away from Carver and his people as best as they can. There is about a 5-day time skip from here, and we have the bridge scenes. So, basically, we have the one dude that is on the bridge, who is, later on we get to find out, is actually with the people, Kenny and the rest of the people he met up with. The dude that's on the bridge is connected to the people that are in the house that they meet later on. And we find that later on, of course, and, it's kind of a pretty big scene when the one dude, the teacher guy, kind of finds out and stuff like that. So that comes later. But, basically, Nick decides in this episode to just shoot the guy that's on the bridge. So he's pointing a gun at him. You have Luke and you have Clementine. They're on the bridge, and basically, there is actually some pretty close calls for both of them here. Luke goes, through the bridge part or whatever, and Clem almost goes over. And I was pretty on the edge of my seat when I saw that. I did think, actually, at that moment that Clementine was going to fall over. Luckily she didn't. But, basically, Nick kills the guy, and looks like, what the hell are you doing? Like, that type of deal, right? And they go to the house, of course. Nick is kind of not really sure, he kind of acknowledges the fact that he's kind of losing it a little bit, and he's basically losing it because his, Uncle Pete is, dead, of course, now, and that type of deal, and he doesn't really know what to do with himself, that type of deal, so whatever. So, I don't really like Nick as a character. I don't. I think he's kind of a selfish idiot, if I'm being honest. I'm just gonna say that. I don't really like his character that much. He's kind of annoying to me, yeah, I don't know, that's all I'm gonna say about him, but as soon as he shot the dude on the bridge, I'm like, you idiot. Like, honestly, it's like, who, like, really? Like, I don't know, it was really unnecessary. I get it, you can't trust people in the apocalypse, but that was dumb. That was just straight up dumb. Why, like, how he did that. That was just ridiculous. So, basically, they get to the house, we get to see the scene where Clementine is looking out on the tower thing or whatever, and she comes down, and they're face to face, the two groups are facing against the people at this house, and we get the reveal that Kenny is one of them. So, really cool stuff. We get to see the reunion between Clementine and Kenny. The only two surviving members now that we know of course, the Season 1 group, of course. So, really exciting to see that. I was really hyped around that time when you get to see the two of them. And, of course, we have the house, we have the Christmas tree, everybody's chilling, everybody kind of getting to know each other. Things are a bit tense, when they find out that the dude on the bridge is connected to the people at this house. And, of course, the teacher guy or whatever, the guy that's cooking or whatever, and the older guy. I really like how they're, what is he gonna do? He has the gun. He has the knife at one point as well. He doesn't kill him, but he definitely struggles with the idea of maybe just killing Nick. Because of what he did, of course, killing the guy on the bridge that's connected to these people, right? So, we meet some new characters, as well as we get to see, basically kind of a new character show up who, at first, I was kind of like, I kind of fell for it too. I thought she was a good person. Of course, this one lady, of course, that they basically give supplies to, she asks Clementine how old she is, and, I had her say that she was, 11, but, because really, it doesn't really matter, but, basically, she screws them over. She's part of Carter's group, or Carver's group. Let's not mix up Carver with Carter, right? So, of course, very, very different people, right? So, basically, she takes the supplies, I guess, kind of screws them over, because then she's part of Carver's group later. They're all held up hostage in the house, except for Kenny and, Clementine. We also have Alvin, who's upstairs, who's hiding with, of course, the pregnant lady, what's her name? Rebecca, right? So, Carver wants Rebecca back, of course, and we get the reveal it's their baby. I'm pretty sure that's what was said, is that Carver wants Rebecca because, they have a kid together, that type of deal. So I thought that was a pretty interesting twist, because I thought for sure the baby was Alvin's, but we find out later on that it's Carver's. And, it makes more sense now why Carver's doing what he's doing, but he's still an idiot. But I do like Carver as a villain. I am interested in seeing where his story goes. I'm not loving him as a villain yet, but I do like his character. I think he's got some potential for sure. And we got Kenny, of course, who tries to take the shot and stuff like that. Now, basically, the rest of them, as well as Clementine and Kenny, are all going to be going to, Carver's camp in the next episode, and we have to kind of find out what happens next, and that type of deal. So, pretty exciting episode, I gotta admit. It was very interesting to see. Definitely the highlight for me is Kenny and Clementine, and the reunion between the two. But I did also like Carver's kind of out of nowhere attack. I thought that was pretty cool. Some drama there, Nick killing the person on the bridge that's connected to people that live at the house, and how they deal with that, and kind of some secrets going around, and as well as the pregnancy. Rebecca, of course, it's actually Carter's kid, not Alvin's. And I thought it was a pretty good episode all the way around. But definitely the Kenny scene for me, I was just like, what? Like, I was like, holy crap! Like, this is awesome. So, I'm definitely very looking forward to seeing Carver's camp, how the group deals with their kind of predicament right now, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here, guys. So, of course, weekly reviews for this series is going to keep going on Tuesdays. Next week we'll give our thoughts on episode 3. I'm very excited to play it. Of course, I am playing The Last of Us right now as well, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of both right now, and Also watching a series here on Netflix as well, The 100. I'm getting into The 100 as well. So watching and playing a lot of games and stuff like that during this kind of free time I have right now, and I think it's been great so far. And as well, I'm going to be checking out Creepshow and reviewing that probably as well. I heard Outlanders was another show that was really good. So we're doing a lot of content on this channel, and in terms of this episode, I really heavily enjoyed it, and I think this was a really good episode. I'm going to give this episode definitely a 9 out of 10. I think it's pretty much just perfect. There were a few things here and there maybe I didn't like, but for the most part, it was a really great episode. I don't like Nick as a character though. I really don't. And that's probably the one negative, is just how annoying he is. But I truly did like this episode a lot, and I think I think there's some real potential for the rest of this season with this Carver villain. I don't think he's gonna survive into season 3, but maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe he does survive into season 3, and if so, that's definitely gonna be something. But yeah, really cool stuff, guys. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you're new here, guys, click the subscribe button. Subscribe to my Walking Dead video reviews, my weekly reviews for the Walking Dead Telltale game series. And of course, follow Dan's Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.